WAVY News 10.
Remembering Officer Timothy Schock. Today, the Chesapeake police officer who died during a diving exercise was laid to rest. Good evening, I'm Katie Collette.
And I'm Melanie Woodrow. Tom and Nicole have the evening off. Friends, family, and fellow officers gathered for a funeral service at Mount Lebanon Baptist Church in Chesapeake this morning. 10 on your side's Ann McNamara was at the service. She joins us now live with more. Ann?
Melanie, as expected, the church was packed. It holds almost 1,700 people, and there were very few empty seats. The service lasted more than an hour, and it was filled with memories of Timothy Schock, both in and out of uniform.
His personality, his laughter, his compassion, his love, his values, these have seeped into your blood, all of you who held and hold Tim so dear.
Chesapeake police officer Timothy Schock served 16 years on the force, 8 with the dive team, and in return, a sea of blue uniforms filled the seats at his funeral service to keep his memory alive. His friend, Daryl Gomez.
Tim had one of those personalities that once you met him, you were automatically gravitated towards him. He had the biggest heart of anyone I know. He was genuinely interested in everything that you had to say.
Friends say Schock had the gift of humor, always the first to lighten the mood with a quote from a movie. But it was his loyalty to his family and to the force that they'll remember most. Police Chief Kelvin Wright says Schock always asked to do more.
I recall a conversation I had with him some months ago in which he told me he was going to work hard and study so he could get on the police sergeant's list. Some people always say things like that, but Tim, he had a plan.
Schock's casket came into the church to the Marine Corps hymn and left in equal honor, escorted by the members of the Chesapeake Underwater Search and Recovery Team, many who trained with him the day he died.
For the way he lived, Tim is alive with God. By the way we live, let us keep Tim alive for ourselves.
Schock was buried at the Albert Horton Jr. Memorial Veterans Cemetery in Suffolk. And coming up new at 6, hear more from Colonel Wright, including a special poem he read for Officer Schock at today's service. Ann McNamara, 10 on your side.
Schock is the third Chesapeake police officer to die in the last 6 years. A man shot and killed Detective Jared Shivers during a drug raid in 2008. Officer Michael Safran was killed by a robbery suspect in 2005.